Good night, Mike. Pelicans might be back. Zion Williamson's looking great. Trey Murphy, what a great performance. But we got to break this down right now in the Pelicans scoop. You know what to do. Cue my music!
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelican Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and unfortunately for my terrible Australian accent, shout out, no disrespect to nobody in Australia, I just trying to have a little bit of fun. It's Friday, man, we feeling good. Pelicans basketball is back, baby. We are fired up because I liked what I seen today. It's the first preseason game, and you can't just be jumping out your pants for the first preseason game, man. You gotta let it all play out, especially you gotta wait till the regular season. But I will say this, I do enjoy that the Pelicans were able to play a team like Melbourne United for the first two games. I think they're gonna play them again either Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. Probably might be Saturday. I'll go look that up later on in the video, but they're going to play them again before the end of this week, before they go back to the States and play American teams. But I do like that because Melbourne United is not a slouch. Melbourne United is pretty damn good. Go look at them. Apparently, they was on a 5-game winning streak leading up into this game. Like, they run Australia, and I'm pretty sure the NBL is one of the top leagues of international basketball you can play in. So they brought it. All right, there's a pride game. You're in their city, their country. They're going to play with some pride. I mean, they full court pressed the Pelicans all damn game. 94 feet. They full court press. They wanted to win this game. This wasn't like a money game in college football where you got Grambling State playing Ohio State. Like, it's not one of those type matches. But this. Just because this is an Australian team or just because you don't know who they are, don't take it that only the Pelicans won by 10, that this was they did not know. Like Melbourne United, they got some ball players that probably could be in the NBA. Number 35 Doyle, he might be in the NBA soon, or he's pretty damn good. Also pretty good. And they have Dyson Daniels' little brother, Dash Daniels. He was out there, he was making some plays. He was he was causing havoc, getting steals and doing his little Dyson Daniels floater, whatever you want to call it, the family floater, the Daniels Australian kangaroo jack floater, whatever that is they got going on. But he looked okay. So I think they got some ball players. This wasn't no slouch win or some this is good, especially because what I just said, they're already in season. The Pelicans, this is their first match, so they wasn't all the way there in shape. Like, they just started training camp, but they're not in prestige shape yet. So you got a team that's been playing, that's in shape, 94 feet pressing. So this is a good challenge for the team that you had to go out there and win this game. It wasn't just here, oh, y'all are the NBA players, we're going to just bow down and kiss your feet. Oh, Zion Williamson, we're going to bow down and kiss your feet. Trey Murphy, we're going to bow down. No. Them boys said, no, we're going to give y'all a match. Like, it ain't going to just be easy. So let's break this game down right now. So as you see from the box score, the starters, they really didn't play the second half. They played pretty much just the first half. Zion had played 16 minutes, got you 15 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Zion looked explosive. Zion, with the way how Zion looked today, Zion looked like December, January Zion. That's when he finally works throughout all the rust and coming in out of, just worked his way into basketball shape. Like, no. Zion looked good from start to finish. I mean, he was springing, jumping up. And I mean, what I did like today about Zion, and even though he did play limited minutes, of course, you're not going to run Zion into the ground for this preseason game. That's why I'm going to talk about the bench. But Zion, what I did like today is that he was assertive. Not just being assertive, but the team made it a mission to get him the ball. It was like, we coming down, it kind of, stick with me. Well, when I say this, it's going to sound a little crazy, but it kind of got vibes of how Shaq was always like, every time we come down, I need to touch the ball. Let me touch it in the paint, and if I kick it out, whatever. But I need to touch the ball. If I'm not touching the ball, I'm about to just go stand out on the 3-point line and stay and get 3 in the keys all the damn time until the ref call it. Like, no. They made it a mission. Zion was getting a lot of paint touches. Zion was getting a lot of first touches. All right, let Zion touch the ball. If he's going to score or not, he's going to kick it out. And then we're going to talk about his main man, his shooter, Trey Murphy, who played 19 minutes, 18 points. Would like to see Trey get more rebounds. That might be a problem this year. The rebounding was very discouraging still. That was going to be a problem. Yeah, you did have a lot of the bench play today, but other than Messi, the rebounding will be a real issue. They got to find a way to figure this out. They got to find a way to rebound, team rebound. Looney can only do so much. Messi can only do so much. Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy, they have to get more involved on the rebounds. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Herb Jones did not play today. He's dealing with some injuries apparently, but still, Sadiq Bey was in his place. But like Sadiq Bey, it has to be a team effort. If you're not gonna have real dominant rebound. It has to be a team effort because you're gonna get smoked on the boards in the NBA, and that's just not gonna fly, especially in the Western Conference. So Trey Murphy, honestly, Trey Murphy looked noticeably bigger. Trey Murphy looked like the best. I mean, look, Zion looked good. Trey Murphy looked like the best player on the court today. Easy. You look like the best player on the court today. I mean, like I said, the dude from Australia, Doyle, number 35, he could play. Trey Murphy looked like the best player on the court. I mean, you could tell that he's been building this body since he got into the NBA. Like, he's finally, I ain't gonna say he's finally there, but he looks noticeably bigger. He looks noticeably more explosive. He just looks more comfortable. Trey Murphy looks like a grown man now. And I know he's been a grown man, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it takes you a minute to get into your grown man body, especially like Jeremiah Fears. We're gonna talk about him. He's gonna have to get there. But as you see, it took Trey Murphy 4 to 5 years to get to this point. He's there now. He's there now. He looked like the best player on the court. The three's still there, still creating off the dribble. It just like he's like the perfect wing. And his defense is getting there. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see if he can take another defensive lead. The rebounding's got to step up, but rebounding, playmate, like Trey just looked like it. And they were just feeding Trey. And his chemistry with Jordan Poole today was very surprising to say that Poole just got here. I mean, we already know Trey and Zion had chemistry. They was working a little two-man game. But Jordan Poole and Trey Murphy were working a two-man game. And I was like, man, Poole's going to be electric. I'm very excited about Jordan Poole. So Jordan Poole went out there and played 20 minutes, went 3 for 9, 1 for 6 from 3. But again, we ain't worried about that. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, which is big. Which is big about Poole. He was creating. He was more, and this is what Fears is going to have to get to the point where Poole is, where it's like, bro, it's okay to pass the ball. It's okay to look for your teammates. It's okay to not always have tunnel vision and try and get your shot. Oh, I got to get, no, like, it's okay to spread the ball. And Poole with Looney and the screening, like, it's so much I got to talk about. So, like, let me just run through the stats then. So, like I said, Poole had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, not 4 for 4. Hit 11 points. Saddiq Bey, he was out there. He started for Herb Jones. I can just tell he didn't really have a good game. 0 for 3. He didn't really score. He had a nice assist to Zion on an alley-oop, but Saddiq Bey, I could just tell he's going to be in the lineup regardless. Not saying starting lineup, but there's no way in hell that Saddiq Bey is not going to play. Like, I think Saddiq Bey is going to play every damn game. If health-wise, yes, he's going to play every damn game. He just screams silly Willy guy. Like, he is the prototype silly Willy, Najee Marshall, Tony Snell, just that wing that's going to come do the dirty work. That's Saddiq Bey. That's what Saddiq Bey will do, and that's why he will always be in the lineup, because I say Willie Green guy. He's a Willie Green guy. You know who else is a Willie Green guy? Makai Peavy. I say another silly Willie. He's going to, if Saddiq Bey, I promise you, Peavy will play a lot. And, we're going to keep talking about it. So, like I said, Looney, he had played 18 minutes, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Looney's not, you can't just check the box score for Looney. Setting great screens. Screens I ain't seen in a minute. Like, I love to see it. Looney was setting great screens. His 2-man game with Poole. The chemistry's going to keep going. I feel like Looney impact, and we talked about this early in the offseason about what's the starting lineup going to be looking like if Looney's going to start, or Misio is going to be like, oh, this matchup, I'm going to go with Looney. I can see that. And that's when I said I can see that definitely happening, and it's going to happen. Obviously, Looney started today. Misi came out the bench, but damn, Misi looked like, outside of Trey, Misi was probably your second best player today. I know, crazy. And not for 1 second do I think Misi coming off the bench is an indictment on him, or silly Willie doesn't trust. No. I think this is perfect for him, because the way how he looked and the way how he kind of understood his role a little bit more, just the way how he just commanded the paint. Look, not Looney. Misi looked like a real center, and I do like this type of 2-man dynamic they're going to have between Looney and Misi, because what Looney does well, Misi doesn't do. Like, Looney's more of a screener. He's going to come in just the IQ, just know to get the nice bounce. Hold on. I'm not going to say not do the nice bounce pass, because not Looney. I keep saying Looney, Misi. Their names are so close. Looney, Misi, this like Looney Tunes. And the reason why I say this, because what I saw today, Misi kind of had like this Looney play where Poole had a backdoor cut. Misi hits the pocket, bounce pass right into his hands, and Poole finished. And I was like, hold on. The fact Misi knew the read correctly and knew immediately what type of pass he needed to make, and the fact he even made such a beautiful pass that went right between the guy, nice bounce pass right into the pocket, right in Poole's hands like a damn quarterback. So that, I feel like Looney impact and influence on Misi is going to just better him. And this is going to not only light a fire, because Misi looked so good today, guys. So good. So let me talk about Misi stats real quick. So Misi, they say he played 20 minutes. And I like that. He played more minutes than Looney. Just because Looney was a starter doesn't mean he's going to play more minutes than Misi. I do truly like this Misi off the bench until Misi is able to take over. So he has 6 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds. I think he had a block. I can't see it on this ESPN. You know, I'm a real guy. I like to use real. ESPN, they don't. This is. I don't know why it's not a real. I guess because it's Melbourne United, but so I'll be able to see his blocks and all that. But I did remember he swatted some guy's stuff right out the building. So I'm assuming he had 1 block. So yeah, he definitely had 1 block. So Misi, he had a hell of a game. 3 for 4, made his layups. Clap it up, Looney. Misi made his layups. You know, after that scare in the summer league, where it was like, holy smokes, Jose played a good game. It's gonna be interesting to see how Jose and Fears is going to work moving forward. This game, you did see a lot more Jose off ball because Jose, at this point in his career, he's just a sniper shooter. Like, Jose is just an unbelievable shooter at this point. I mean, he went 3 for 4 from 3 today. Jose's a sniper at this point, but you're seeing a lot more Fears ball handling. You were seeing a lot. You was kind of pretty much seeing everybody ball handling. You're seeing Zion ball handle. You're seeing Trey ball handle, Poole ball handle, of course. I mean, there's some moments where Makai Peavy was ball handling. I lie to you not. Makai Peavy was handling the rock today, but, you know, Jose had a good game. He had 11 points. Peavy, 7 points, 3 for 5. A rebound. The rebounds has to get better. But let's talk about Jordan Hawkins and Jeremiah Fears, how we're going to move forward. So, Jeremiah Fears not had a good game at all. I'm just calling it what it is. Did not have a good game at all. Went 3 for 15, 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 0 for 6 from 3. A lot of times in the game where he was just chucking shots, forcing it, just trying to just see anything go in. It would be nice if somebody just told him, man, hey, just slow down, bro. Calm down. You don't got to do all this. And, you know, they was constantly talking to him, but, you know, like a Chris Paul. Like, we had a Chris Paul on the team. Like, yo, he's such a different point guard than like DeJounte, where I feel like he kind of needs more of a Chris Paul in his ear, or of who else I could see Fears in him turning like to be like. You know, there's no Deron Williams still in the league. Maybe he just needs a real vet in his ear. You know, maybe CJ McCollum would have been a good vet for Fears. Again, this is just game 1 of his first. He's 18 years old playing his first. You know, I'm not saying that, oh my God, Fears ain't. He just had a bad game today. It's kind of how I see it. I'm not making it seem like he'll never get better, but because he wasn't finishing well, his layups wasn't even making those, so he wasn't shooting. So it's like when you don't have. You already knew your shot was going to be, you know, it was going to be a work in progress. And we already knew you had a turnover problem. He had some turnovers, of course. But it's like, if your layups aren't falling, and we already know you can't shoot it, what can you do? You know, what you got to find that next shot. You know, if that's a little pull-up midi or some type of running floater, you got to find something else. Or, you know, like I said earlier in the video, understand how important and how key assists are. You know, there's a couple times where, again, in summer league too, he gets tunnel vision. He's a young point guard. This is going to happen. He needs more time on the job. So this is not like, oh, y'all, nobody hop in the comments saying, why are you grilling Fears off? I'm not grilling. I'm just telling you what I seen, and this is what it's going to have to be. Like, it's going to take time, on job experience, for him to start seeing things, for the game to slow down for him. I do like how, even though he wasn't hitting, he wasn't making anything, he kept his head in the game. It wasn't like his confidence wavered, 0 fears. It's going to be, I didn't feel like he got overwhelmed in the sense. I did feel like he was trying to hunt his shot and force it a little bit, but I don't feel like, you know, the walls are caving in on him. No, I don't feel that way at all. He probably will have a better game this next game coming up. Definitely will have a better game. I feel like it. Once they watch the film and sit down and, you know, he'll talk with Willie and all this. But I just feel like, man, he's got to find that, well, if my shot's not falling, and I can't make these layups, what you got to get that next shot. Like, that's what I feel like the next part is. And or also just go out there and go hunt assists. Go out there and go create. Go out there and go try and find shots for your teammates. So that's what I feel like the next stuff for Fears is. But this is game 1 of a goddamn preseason. Like, this ain't, you know, I'm just telling you how the game went. So let's talk about Jordan Hawkins. And then we're going to probably wrap this bad boy up. So Jordan Hawkins, he came off the bench. He played a lot less than Peavy and Fears, which was kind of, I'm gonna say kind of weird to see. But Hawkins was a little weird today to me because a lot of the times he was creating. A lot of times there was like letting Hawkins run off pick and rolls and try and create. And I don't think that's his game at all. That's not his game at all. I don't know. I don't think he played necessarily bad. But I don't think he played to where it was like, oh yeah, Hawkins needs to be in the rotation. Like, he's a solidified guy. So we're gonna see. Like I said, he had 11 points, 1 for 4 from 3, 3 for 9 from the field, 16 points. He had 5 rebounds. I mean, his rebounding is way better. Like, other than Messi, Looney, and Hawkins, like, those are your best rebounders at the point. Carlo, I don't know why Carlo didn't play that much either. He played 16 minutes, but it just felt like Carlo. It felt like Carlo minutes was so stacked. I don't know. I feel like Carlo was gonna be a way bigger piece. Well, we'll see with Derek Queen and Herb Jones back in the rotation. So we'll see about all that. But overall, it was a good dub, 107-97, and you win by 10. Like I said, Melbourne United is really good. I mean, they brought it to you. They play with pride. They play like you guys are foreign invaders in our country, and we're gonna, just because you're in the NBA, like, we're gonna give y'all a run for your money. A lot of those guys would like to be in the NBA. A lot of those guys have NBA dreams, so it's good to see them. Especially Doyle. He, like I said, he can hoop. Little Dash Daniels. That Edwards guy was pretty good. Delane, he was pretty good. The shooter that was shooting threes. Like there was a good team. Doyle, he was shooting too. So like I said, they got a good team. There wasn't no slouch. It was a good dub. 107-97. Good, a lot of learning moments, good building block. It's good to see that they are able to get a W like this while not playing your guys. Like your bench really had to go out there and get this W for you. A couple of times where it was kind of slipping away, but they was able to lock in real quick. But other than that, it's good dub. Like I said, it's good to start off on the right foot. I will say this Messi leap keeps going, and with Poole, how electric Poole's going to be. Like I said, you didn't even have Herb. Oh, man, it's Zion looking like this, and Trey is just, I don't know, man. Guys, I'm gonna keep it reserved. I'm not gonna do too much. It's game 1 of the preseason against Melbourne United, so I'm not gonna do too much. But I like what I seen. So y'all get down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all seen, man. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you feel like we can do about this rebound? I feel like rebounding might be a problem. They got to be able to clean that up. Other than that, it's a good dub. Came out there, did what you had to do, handle business. Got up out of here. So let me know down in the comments what do you guys think. Enjoy your weekend, bro. We're going to have a good one. I probably might do a reaction of the game this weekend. Let me know if y'all want that too. And I've been your boy, hosting the Most Jordan Kitchen. I'm signing out. Hold on. Shout out my people in Australia, though, because there's probably some Australian people going to watch this. Shout out y'all for showing love and treating the boys good. And shout out to a lot of Pelican fans out there. So shout out to y'all. Y'all showed out. We got to come bust y'all ass again a couple of days from. We're going to come bust y'all ass. But y'all, hey, shout out to Australia, man. But like I said, I've been your host of the Most Jordan Kitchens. Enjoy your weekend. I'm signing out. Peace.